Welcome back to the channel, and hello if you're new. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and hit that notification bell while you're at it to stay posted on my future content. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. As you can see, I chose Beraldo in my free picks. Why, you might ask? Let me break it down for you. I grabbed him because I needed him in my free-to-play squad, in which I'm in desperate need of a centre-back who didn't move like a fridge. He was a free pick, no coins spent, and he arrives with every defensive skill you actually want baked in, such as aerial superiority, blocker, interception, sliding tackle, man marking, you name it. He even gets one-touch pass and visionary passing, which you don't get many centre-backs with playmaking sauce, so I'll take it. And on eFootball, Beraldo is 6 foot flat, 182 centimeters. He's left-footed, doesn't really have a weak foot, which is fine for a centre-back. His form standard if that bothers you, and his injury resistance is medium. Obviously he's not made of glass, but don't be spamming slide tackle or match. So for my build, I've spec'd into defensive as well as aerial ability, as that's important for a centre-back. I've tried to give him a little bit of speed so he doesn't get blitzed past. And lastly, I've spec'd into passing to activate his visionary passing. So I'll mention it's important to make sure his balance is at least 80. I did the mistake of leaving it at 77 and I noticed the gameplay difference. I also looked at this card and thought there's going to be people out there that will try to use him at DMF, which arguably if you can use him there, then do it, but I wouldn't recommend. Now, in game, the first thing I noticed was positioning. He reads danger like he installed a cheat sheet, and his long passes are nuts. When you've actually got space to ping a pass, there is nothing more satisfying than to watch it fall to your striker or winger's feet, especially where you struggle to string short passes together. The downside is 6 foot isn't monster tall, especially up against players that are 6'3", aka 190 centimeters tall, whether that's a striker, midfielder or a defender, so you will need decent timing. If you don't boost balance, he will look like Bambi on ice, especially in shoulder to shoulder duels or even aerial battles. Don't ask me how I know. Thanks Haaland. Moving on. Now for the meta test. Some of you are wondering, does he actually stop the sweat? I tested him against the usual epic, Mbappe and Vinny Rat combo. I'd say that Beraldo wins roughly 50-50 if you're manually defending at this point like I do. I went up against Vinny and Messi thinking that Beraldo would handle it. Let's just say I got cooked, but only because I misjudged spacing. When I rewatched the clip, he actually did make the right move. I'm the one that didn't cover the passing lane. That's what I mean when I say it's 50-50. He'll do his part most of the time. You have to play smart too, which isn't elite tier S lockdown, but for a free card, that's still massive value. Now against cross spammers, he actually does surprisingly well. Aerial superiority in that blocker combination saves your bacon more than you'd expect. Now I've not tested him against collar, but in my personal experience, to stop collar or overpowered strikers that rely on bullet heading is to cut out the crosses before they happen. So if you are a free to play player, that's a huge tip for you, and a bonus tip for anybody else. Now real talk, this free pick event felt like Konami phoned it in. We waited, we grinded, and the selection was meh. But even still, Beraldo sits top 2 in the batch in my opinion. If you did skip him, you probably grabbed a winger you already had a clone of. So if you can't pick what's best for your team, then grab the card that has the most nostalgic value to you. Now, when it comes to actual matches, not just test runs, I used Beraldo across a handful of intense division games and some sweaty matchday fixtures. I wasn't able to clip it as it was too laggy, but I started noticing some patterns. He's not the guy that's going to aggressively intercept like a destroyer, but what you do get is this steady, calculated presence at the back. For me, he's always where you need him to be, and more importantly, he doesn't lose his head. In a few tight situations, I had him tracked back and cover for another centre back who stepped too far forward, and honestly, he saved me a few goals just by holding the line, and this is what separates him from the average free pick. He might not have insane stats, but his in-game IQ and positional awareness make up for it. And when you spec him just right, trust me, the game rewards you for it. Now, overall, I'd say his overall score in the sweaty meta is 5.5 out of 10, but his rating amongst the cards in the batch, I'd say a solid 7 out of 10. For pure free-to-play squads, he's an easy win. If you slide him next to a taller centre-back, you'll be able to enjoy that smooth distribution. But would he crack my main team that's stacked with epics? No, but every time I bench him in my free-to-play squad, I do miss that presence. So final thoughts, he's free, he's versatile, and he genuinely adds passing class to your back line. For that alone, Beraldo's pick I don't regret. That's my thoughts. If you enjoyed the review, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like on the video so I know you want to see more eFootball player reviews. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date on my future content, and let me know your thoughts down below. Who did you pick and why? On that note, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.